Hey everybody, this is Tre9 of thesouth.com, and if you haven't heard the news by now, DJ Primo um, died April 3rd of 2012, sometime after 3 o'clock. He took his life, and we want everybody to know who didn't know him, how he was more than a chopped and screwed DJ that just chopped and screwed CDs. Many of you in the hip-hop community worked with him. Some of you got to meet him last year, and some of you just met him this year and saw how great of a guy he was, a gentle, a quiet spirit. But he was also a father and a husband. He was a father of a daughter, and a young daughter, around 6 years old, and his son is around 1, and then of course his wife of over 12 years of marriage. He was a DJ for Much Love Records for many years, and being in the military, he would come and go to different places, doing his tour of duties, even in Iraq, Afghanistan. And he was always, kind enough to bring us back a commemorative flag or certificate of flying over Afghanistan. I think is the one I got on my wall now that he gave us, and he meant so much to us. He's done countless mixes for many Christian hip hop artists. 116 Click is one, K-Drama, D-Mob, or maybe not,
K9.
No, I'm sorry. 116 Click is one, K9, K-Drama, many artists that he provided these chopped and screwed mixes for. He was with a ministry called Street Life, Worldwide Outreach here in Houston in the late 2000s, and he served faithfully in all their outreaches. They had this big outreach truck that would pull up in an apartment complex. He would DJ, and they'd set up sound, and artists would rap, and they still have the truck today. But he was also a part of their Street Life services on Sundays, and he just always gave he always brought an improvement to everything he was a part of. He joined up with Hip Hop Hope Tuesday, an outreach we do in the 5th Ward of Houston, Texas, and brought so much to it. It's hard to imagine what Hip Hop Hope Tuesday will be like without him, because not only did he spin the music, kind of like our choir director, if you were putting it in church terms. Not only did he spin the music, but he could put videos on the screen. He would create graphic animations to where we would have motion graphics on the screen saying Hip Hop Hope Tuesday. I mean, he brought so much life to this 1-hour outreach in a community where kids aren't being reached, and kids would love to come and play with his turntables, and he would always be glad to show them. He would never say, "Get off my turntables, I paid a bunch of money for this." He was always so friendly and kind to people, and he was just warm-hearted, and we'll always remember him for that, for his willingness to always share what it was God gifted him with on them turntables. Primo contributed to hundreds of salvations here in the city of Houston, Texas, with everything he was a part of, maybe even thousands, because he was always there, DJing the outreaches, playing the music, spinning the music for the artists as they ministered. And once again, we just lost Slave, who is the founder of the South, several years back, and then we lost Enoch, here in Houston, Texas, as well, and DJ Lace, and now DJ Primo. And one thing that I can say is that we got to spend a lot of time together. Several of the other artists in the city, we were able to just be with him on a daily basis and know that he was a man that was going through a tough time, and I have no doubt in my mind that he's in heaven, but the burdens that he was carrying just became a bit much for him. He was very informed, he was counseled well, he was advised on a lot of the right things to do, but the fight that he was fighting, he didn't want to fight it no more, and he decided he would stop running that race. And so if there's anything we could learn from this, it's that life is precious, life is short. Don't take your time with anybody out there, any loved ones, whether it's fellow MCs. Don't take any of that time for granted. I do my best to never hold grudges, to never be bitter with anybody, but to always make peace with all men, as the Bible instructs us to do, and always be friendly and be willing to serve and love others, because that's what Christ commanded us to do. Because you never know what someone's going through and whether this hour will be their last hour. And so as far as DJ Primo, we ask that y'all would pray for the city. More importantly, pray for his wife, who is definitely going to have a hard time getting through this, and pray for the children. They're very young, but it's going to be very difficult for, especially Carly, his oldest daughter, who was around 6. It's going to be tough for her even to communicate that to her. So please keep the family in prayer. We want to thank those of you who have mixtapes by DJ Primo, who you've been willing to donate the proceeds of those mixtapes to his family. Thanks to Reach Records, I believe K9 and K-Drama are doing the same thing. Raw Servant as well. We want to thank people who have been blessed by him, being a blessing back. I know that his wife and family is very appreciative of that. And we will also let everyone know the progress of funeral arrangements and benefit parties and things like that we'll be hosting here in Houston, and maybe we can even stream some of them. But once again, he'll be greatly missed. June 27th, 1980, all the way to April 3rd, 2012, we'll celebrate the life of Carlos Avila, DJ Primo. God bless y'all.